Hi, I'm Louisa,
Hi, I'm Imelda.
and we're going to be presenting in the Holistic Hub. The Holistic Hub is a hub where we explore a number of different topics. We look at food in more depth, like sustainable agriculture. And what is sustainable agriculture?
Basically, sustainable agriculture is starting from the ground and the food that we're eating. What is the quality of the soil that it's being grown in, the manufacturing process, I guess, the harvesting process, and making sure that we are putting back into the earth when we are taking from the earth.
So it's a holistic approach to looking at food in particular and looking from the ground up. So looking at what is going into the soil, because, you know, a lot of the time we actually don't realize that those chemicals and those pesticides and all those things actually influence the nutritional value of food.
Absolutely.
So the other thing we look at is what we call ethical consumerism. So what's ethical consumerism?
Well, this is, we all have to consume, we all have to purchase products, we'll have to buy food, but it's being a bit more mindful about where we're actually putting our money, who are we spending our money with, are we supporting local business, are we supporting organic food where possible, organic systems, and also are we supporting companies that are doing the right thing and giving back to humanity and the planet. And that's very, very important. And it's not as hard to do as we think, and it's not as expensive to do as we think.
So holistic approach to food is actually looking at the whole big picture. So that isn't just from the ground up, but also looking at some of these organizations and these companies and, you know, are these products being produced sustainably? Are they actually benefiting those people that perhaps if they're in other regions, are they benefiting those areas where they're based? And so that we can actually, as consumers, make ethical decisions. And for many people, that's becoming increasingly important, actually wanting to know where their products are coming from and are they the farmers being fairly paid. The other thing is this big ecosystem and, you know, supporting local farmers and local producers is something also that we feel is just part of sustainability as well.
Absolutely, you're so right. It's so important that we are giving back. The population of the earth continues to grow. We have all these people to feed. How are we going to do that in a way that doesn't completely, I guess, destroy the earth?
That's it. And that's actually part of health and well-being, is that health and well-being isn't just about our own health and well-being. It's about connectedness, and it is about making sure that, you know, our health and well-being doesn't actually exploit other people's health and well-being. And so we want to, as best as we can, support those products, those companies that actually being mindful and taking social responsibility for others' health and well-being in the way that they work and they operate. So the Holistic Hub will also be looking at the health benefits of food. So we're very interested in actually looking at traditional medicines as well, natural medicines. And natural medicine is becoming an increasingly not just an interesting, but increasingly popular route that people are taking. There's like a movement of people who are moving towards natural medicines, moving towards actually wanting to fill their bodies as much as possible with things that are actually natural.
Absolutely. I believe that nature has provided everything that we need in some way, and it's just a matter of finding out what's going to suit a particular individual's health concerns and conditions. It's so wonderful that so many people are really returning back to basics and wanting to eat good, nutritious food. And I think a lot of the conditions that we're seeing today can be attributed to the way that our food is manufactured, what's actually going into it. We have products that are being mass produced, long shelf life. All of these things didn't really occur 100 years ago, where our ancestors were making food from scratch and knowing exactly what went into it. So it's so important that we can look at alternative routes, that we can support our health, and it's really about preventing disease before it's able to take hold, rather than treating it when it does occur.
Wonderful. So the other piece of this is also looking at our global village, and so we will be doing pieces in the Global Village Hub that's connected to this hub, which is actually exploring some other cultures and Indigenous traditions around what the natural medicines and the medicinal treatments for various conditions, or just even skin issues, or general health sort of treatments. And part of that is because there's a lot of cultures, and they actually have in their in their natural environment plants that they have learnt how to use wisely over generations and medicinally. So that's a very interesting development as well, with people actually exploring some of these ancient traditions. But research is actually finding that some of these ancient traditions aren't just myths, that they actually have healing properties as they have established them over time. So
I was just going to interject and say, Egyptian culture, Greek culture, you go back to the cradle of civilization and looking at their historical records, it shows us that certain foods, certain plants were used. It's almost they intrinsically knew the medicinal benefits of these foods and were able to heal their people to a certain degree. And now we have the wonders of modern medicine and scientific research, which work hand in hand to allow us to combine the two and bring these old practices back and really start healing people.
So it's wonderful. So welcome to the Holistic Hub, and hope you join us.
Look forward to it.